Bookies, welcome back to the Ratchet Temple. This is a review for Baddies East. And before I get into it, I just want to say hello to all 7 of my subscribers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. We see each other. Okay, y'all, this episode was so boring and the beef was so manufactured. Like, it was really hard for me to keep up with what was actually happening, half because I didn't give a fuck and half because it didn't make sense. But I'm gonna try to keep y'all up to speed. Basically, Suki starts off with telling Sky, like, I heard Mariahlynn is trying to fight me. She's been telling everybody that she want to slide and she didn't think it would get back to me. Meanwhile, she's making up with Rollie, so they keep keying in the back and she hasn't even said a word to Sapphire. But Sapphire is like, I'm just happy, to see that they're at peace. Okay, I guess. Anyway, House B does a cute little TikTok dance, and really that's the end of this scene. Anything worth mentioning, at least. So now we cut scene to the next day, and Sky is leading the girls like a 5th grade teacher. She's like, okay, y'all, we're going to talk about Natalie and Scotty. That was crazy. Okay, now let's talk about Suki and Sapphire. Yeah, that's wild. Y'all miss Smiley? I do too. Anyway, we're going to go on a field trip today, class. She tells the girls, Natalie is taking us on an excursion. We go on to Chattahoochee, Chattahoochee, Chachuca, I don't know, but the girls are excited and I am still bored. Anyway, in the next scene, House A is over there looking, rather musty as usual. Everybody but Sapphire looks musty. I'm sorry. It's just my observation. Anyway, they all sit down and they start talking about how Rollie and Suki apologize to each other, how they never really had intentions to fight each other. And now E.T. is looking stupid because you pour all that water on her for a beef that was 5 minutes long. And Suki did not make up with E.T. Suki only made up with Rollie. So let this be a lesson to everybody that this is what happens when you blindly follow behind somebody, because from what we hear, E.T. had fades lined up with every single cast member apparently at the reunion, and I highly doubt that Rollie was there being her cheerleader and fighting her battles. And that's the big difference. Like, I feel like E.T. is always inserting herself into somebody's fight on behalf of Rollie or for Rollie. Meanwhile, Rollie is always hijacking a fight from E.T. It's like E.T. is constantly thinking about Rollie, but Rollie is constantly thinking about Rollie. Rollie thinks about herself, and E.T., you need to think about your damn self, because this is giving very one-sided relationship in that manner, baby. She is not your idol. Stand up. Anyway, the girls are like, what about you, Sapphire? Are you cool with Suki yet? And Sapphire's like, no, I know I still have some making up to do. Like, I really let her down, and that's bestie. So I'm gonna get her right, period. And this is where Rollie is like, well, speaking of Suki, she got beef with you, Mariahlynn. And this is where, honestly, everything just like falls apart for me, because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, the beef was not making sense. The allegations were not allegating. Like, it was just giving chaos and he said, she said. But here's what I made of all this, because I'm not gonna go for word. I think that everybody in House A talks shit about everybody else on the cast. I think everybody on the cast is talking shit about everybody on the cast. But I think that Mariahlynn let herself get real comfortable with those girls and didn't expect to ever have to take accountability or stand up behind what she was saying. So when they all sat down to talk about, well, Suki got problems with what you've been saying, Mariahlynn is A, trying to like play down what she's been saying, and B, she's trying to say, well, we've all talked shit. And baby, that's not the point, Mariah. The point is Suki has beef with you now. If she wanted to talk to the other girls about what they've been saying, she would have had beef with them. Or if she had beef with them, what they've been saying would have come up. She has a problem with you. Okay, just be a man about it. Say it with your chest. But no, you keep trying to diffuse the situation. So Sapphire is taking this time to try to defend her bestie, which is like very lame. It's giving too little too late. And as we all know, Rollie is getting triggered because she hate when people lie. I hate when people lie. Don't lie. She's doing all of that and charging towards her like the bull that she is. So at this point, Mariahlynn is pissed. She's having the, blood vessels popping in her forehead and shit. And she's just like, y'all trying to bully me. Y'all trying to assassinate my character. And she's talking like she's getting ready to leave the show. She's telling them to take the microphone off of her. She's like, y'all have a good trip. And I really thought that she was about to leave. But I guess Natalie talks her down. And Mariahlynn is just like venting to her. We've all talked shit about Suki. Like, Natalie, you said that she was a flip-flopper. But why is it that everybody, especially Sapphire want to pick on little old me when she couldn't even fight Rollie and ET for her best friend? And I'm not even going to hold you because Mariahlynn ate with that one. So that's me chewing because she ate, because Sapphire, girl, not me calling this girl Sapphire. I think I'm going to start doing that. That's hilarious. Sapphire, Mariahlynn is half your size. Half your size. You don't look hard for going up against her or battling her for Suki. You look stupid. You do. Like, why are you fighting a chihuahua? A literal human chihuahua. Suki is still not cool with ET. I'd rather Sapphire run up on ET. That's all I want to see. But you only like to fight girls who can't fight. What a disappointment. What a waste of all that body yaddy. It's like a nigga that's 6'8" that can't hoop. Ugh. The potential. Anyway, Rollie is still outside yelling, looking how she is looking. And E.T. and Sapphire in the background being her echo chamber. Honestly, Rollie looks stupid popping off on Mariahlynn as well. Like, we know you hate when people lie. Please, like, lower your blood pressure about it. It's really not that deep. So they bring Mariahlynn outside, and now Rollie starts yelling at her. And Mariahlynn responds just by calling Rollie weird, to which Rollie takes that as a reason to run up and try to beat her ass. And they don't even let her through. Security breaks up the fight before it happens, but they do throw water bottles back and forth at each other. And honestly, that's about it. Mariahlynn pops another blood vessel in her forehead. The end. Next scene. On the sprinter, Rollie, Scarface. Who was that? So on the sprinter, Rollie, Scarface, Sapphire, and Natalie are talking about all the beef. And Rollie is upset because she says Mariah has been talking shit and has been plotting to run up on Suki. Again, I don't know the truth, but I hypothesize that Mariahlynn was probably just piggybacking off of whatever shit talking Rollie and E.T. were doing after Rollie fought Suki. She didn't expect for them heifers to make up so quickly, and now the dogs are coming back to roost, or whatever them country folk be saying, and now she's the only person being held liable for what she said. But anyway, the girls get to Chattahoochee River, the Shakshuka Lake, I don't know, but it's beautiful and I wish I was there. They all get on rafts together. So E.T. hobbles her ass onto a raft with Rollie. And honestly, this just feels unwise. Like, my girl can't walk. Why is she on a boat? Natalie and Scotty are in a raft together. Suki and Sapphire, Ahna and Camilla, Sky and Tasiki, and Biggie and Mariahlynn, which is like the most random pairing I have ever thought of. Anyway, for the next 30 minutes, we just get B-roll of everybody twerking and drinking on their little raft. It's nothing that interesting or special going on. Natalie and Scotty are making up, apparently. Biggie is drunk as hell, falling all over the place. Suki says that she's not cool with Sapphire, but, you know, she's tolerating her. They're still twerking together, being the coochie girls. Natalie is getting a foot massage that is aligning all of her chakras, and Bobby Lights is being Bobby Lights. So, of course, this piece was not going to last long. The drama starts when Mariahlynn and Biggie's boat pass Sapphire and Suki's, and one of them start talking about how much it stinks, because apparently the running joke is that Mariah has a funky coochie. Okay, so Mariahlynn gets in the confessional looking like the damn Statue of Liberty, talking about, don't nothing stink but your upper lip. Girl. If you don't take these hip hop ass comebacks out of my face, girl. She be sounding like Slick Rick. I can't stand Mariahlynn. So I guess from here, Mariah tells them, like, let me off the boat. And her and Biggie pull off to the side and get escorted off. And Sapphire and Suki decide to be petty and follow up and argue from their raft. And then eventually we see Sapphire getting up, actually, to, like, go get in Mariahlynn's face. And they're basically doing all the he say, she say stuff again. You said this, but I didn't say that. And I said this to you, and I didn't say that to you. It really doesn't matter, y'all. It really makes no sense. But what we do know again is that Sapphire is trying to make up for not helping Suki by picking on Mariah. And even Suki was like, don't fight this girl. This doesn't count. But I guess Sapphire is like, I'm getting my redemption. And while Mariah is trying to talk directly to Suki, she decides to try to throw her in the water, only to get pulled in her damn self. I'm just like, my girl Sapphire is taking L after L after L after L. And I hate this for her. I hate this for you, boo. You're beautiful. And I don't think that there are too many marbles up there. But if you were to gather some, you would be unstoppable. But right now, you letting other people think for you. And I hate to see it. But it ain't my life. Because when I get through recording this review, I'm going to go back to thinking for my damn self. So I'm not weeping too hard over it. And y'all, that was the end of the episode. So be blessed. Have a great week. If there are any other shows you want me to review, let me know. Again, this is the Ratchet Temple. Subscribe. And I will see y'all, I guess, when I see y'all.